April is Autism Awareness Month. Perfect time to talk with our friends from the South Carolina Autism Society. Maisha Dukes, case manager, Jean Tony, board member. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we're going to talk about how you can help support Autism Awareness Month. But first, let's understand what autism is. Maisha.
Autism is a lifelong developmental delay with individuals. So this affects their communication skills, their social skills. So it's just in the eyes of a person with autism, they're usually very smart individuals. Some have communication skills, but they're not normal communicators. Like me and you may say, that person is being very smartish to me. A person that has autism wouldn't know that you're coming off strong. They're just very, that social skill or that social communication is not there for them.
When is autism generally detected in an individual?
Generally, autism is detected maybe around age 2, but sometimes parents don't, they think it's maybe just a delay, but usually around age 2 when they start flapping and turning in circles and amused at ceiling fans going around and around. So that's usually the age around 2.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the support that you provide as an organization.
Yeah. So as a case manager, once a person gets diagnosed as having autism and they go through disability and special needs, they come to us for case management. So I am their go-to person to find resources for a child or individual with autism. I'm the go-to person to find support groups. I'm the go-to to try to help them get Medicaid or exercise. So as a case manager at South Carolina Autism Society, we help individuals and families get what they need for the individual or loved ones that have autism. So we have parent mentors as well as Autism Society. So we partner with the parent mentors to try to kind of get, like, when kids are in school, they help the parents or teach the parents on how to get what their child needs on their IEP or make sure the school is giving the right resources for their child with autism.
So how is someone referred to you? Do they, once upon diagnosis, do you go to the South Carolina Autism Society, or are you recommended?
Yeah, so once they're upon diagnosis, so say if someone said the child has autism and they don't know where to go, they can call the office and we have special people there to guide them through the whole process, even to go through DDSN, how to get to DDSN, and they'll guide them through the process of what they need to do.
All right, let's bring Jean in. She's a board member, and you're working as one who would help to bring awareness and attention to the society. So tell us a little bit about your role, Jean.
So I'm on the finance committee with the board. So we are gearing up and trying to fund all of the wonderful work that our case managers like Maisha do. The South Carolina Autism Society, just as a whole, we're an advocate for individuals living with autism and their families throughout the state of South Carolina. So we're a nonprofit organization, been in existence for over 45 years. Our headquarters is in West Columbia, but like I said, we provide the information and resources and support that Maisha was talking about to serve families all around the state. So my goal is to help support financially.
All right. All right. And that brings us to one of the biggest events that you guys have. I believe the 15th annual Strides for Autism is coming up. Now, back in April of last year, we were seeing something like we never had seen before with COVID, and businesses were shutting down, events were being canceled, and we were thinking, oh my goodness, how are we going to survive? We're all shut up in the house. But here we are, fast forward the next year, and you guys are still able to go ahead and have this particular walk. So how are you going to do it this year?
Yeah, well, we are so excited about it. You're absolutely right. Everyone's world was turned upside down, but the families were still needing support. So we just said, All right. In spite of the show must go on, we've got to, it's a community, and we want to let people know that they're not in it alone. So I'm really excited about this year. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's the 15th annual. April is Autism Awareness Month. So throughout the month of April, we're going to have teams. So the individuals that are impacted by autism, along with their families, they can form a team. Our case managers, our parent mentors, and then individuals in the community will form teams. And we're going to have a virtual walk on April 24th. We're going to have a Facebook Live event that is going to be the team has become really creative. So it's going to be surprise guests. We're going to have, a lot of different events happening throughout the day so it's going to be really good. So this year's format basically is where you register as a team, you as a virtual walker, you receive a t-shirt, and then you post a pic of yourself wearing your t-shirt, and then you and your team raise funds. So we try to compete in a fun way to see who can raise the most funds, so you can get the most engagement. And then when we have our kickoff on April 24th, again, that's where everybody comes together virtually. So you can walk in your home, you can walk at the park, wherever it's safe for you to do so, while plugging into a larger community as well.
All right, you're the one in the financial department. So, how much are you looking to raise this year? What's your goal?
Oh my goodness, as much as humanly possible, because just like other nonprofit organizations, COVID has hurt fundraising, around across the board. So as much as possible, of course, even with the people that are being our virtual walkers, we definitely want them to raise money as well. But if you're not able if you don't want to be a virtual walker, you just want to contribute. We're asking for individuals from the community to participate. One thing about this year's concept that COVID has, I guess, in a weird way, gifted us is because it is a virtual event now. You're not having to travel to Columbia for the event. So we have a larger audience. So if there's someone in Danburg, if there's someone in Hilton Head or, Rock Hill that wants to contribute, please do.
And this is not just for people with autism, as far as gathering a team together or anything like that.
Right. No, it's open to the entire community. It is open to the entire community. So so anyone that hears or sees your program, anyone in your audience that wants to plug in and just support a neighbor, support a friend, we would welcome and encourage that.
All right. So actually now is the time to start doing that.
We're starting our teams now. So you can go and register online, SC as in South Carolina, autism.org, scautism.org, or they can call the main office as well, area code 803-750-6988, and get involved.
How can people become a volunteer for your organization, and what are some of the volunteer opportunities?
So we do have some volunteer opportunities where we have if people want, for the walk, we had a lot of volunteers last year for the walk. People would come and do the water station or register people in or help somebody around the trail. But now for the volunteers opportunities, since COVID, it's been kind of hard to get someone to come and volunteer. But once COVID comes back in, we open welcome arms, we need people to come, just register people for services, or we need people to come in, answer the phones. We can keep you busy. So if they want to volunteer, we can keep you busy. There's a lot of things that SCAS needs help with. So we can keep you busy if you want to volunteer.
Maisha, let me ask you, in your role as being a case manager, can you tell me of a family or an instance that you might recall where a family's life is changed by using your services?
Yeah, so I just recently had one. It was an individual, it was a 19-year-old individual. And of course, autism can affect you behavior-wise. So he had a lot of behavior issues where he has burned all bridges with his family. He's beat his family up. He's done all kinds of stuff, bad things. And he's had the intervention, but some of the intervention didn't work. So that caused him to go to a facility. And once the facility put him out of the facility for some other stuff that he could not have no control over. So sometimes when a child with autism, they have behaviors that they have no control over. So in this instance, he became homeless. So South Carolina Autism Society put him up into a hotel for 6 weeks. We gave him hotel accommodations and we gave him meals. And I personally myself drove all the way to Manning, which was hours and change, and delivered like his gift cards, his food, and just to make sure that he was okay, even, through COVID or whatever. And this was his first time ever being by himself, having to fend for himself. He did excellent, but he called me every day, Miss Maisha, what can I do? Miss Maisha, what time do you think I should take my shower? Miss Maisha, what can I eat today? And I had to, encourage him, like, you can do this or whatever. So that's one of those challenging things that SCIES has done for individuals. Now, we've had several instances where families become like hardship, like light bills, mortgages. So we have a quality of life program. Our quality of life, well, just like the walk will help sponsor some of our quality of life programs to help families that become like very needing water bills or food or whatever, because parents face challenges. Because if you have a child with autism and they have behaviors, some parents lose their job because they can't go to work because the schools calls them and say, your child, we can't handle them or whatever. So you have to come get them. And eventually this goes on and on and on, and parents lose their job. And sometimes it's only one parent working. So they need funds for food, gas, shelter. So SCIES quality of life, like we really need the support in the community to help us like fund our autism community.
Right. Just thank you for what you are doing, because yes, that is a challenge with any parent that has a child with a disability. There's going to be a lot of medical bills and just a lot of stress, and just knowing that an organization like you is out there to help support gives comfort. And yes, I see the need now for the walk and raising funds. So yes, let's get people registered so that they can help you continue to do what you're doing. Again, give them information on how they can register for the walk or support you in any way.
Yeah, they can go to our events page. That's on our website, SC as in South Carolina, scautism.org. And then they can also call the office if they want to volunteer, 803-750-6988.
The 15th annual Strides for Autism coming up on April 24th. Don't miss it. Ladies, thank you. It was a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much.